It is a sad day as a Ninja Turtles fan. A turtle series has come to an end, and you always can't be too sad when the turtles have a series that ends because there'll always be a new one, right? This is a franchise it went from a series that ran in the 80s to the 90s. Then they rebooted it in 2003, and then they did it again in 2012, and then in 2015, I believe, was it 2015? Whatever. They did Rise of the Tmnt, and then we got the Mayhem movie, and then this was a spinoff of that. So you kind of just keep going with Turtles. There's been various movies in between that as well. There's new movies in the works as we're talking. So I can't be too sad, right? I'm not gonna cry hard, but it is kind of shitty lately with Turtle series. And what I mean by that is not that the shows themselves have been bad, but after the 2012 series, which I have a lot of nostalgia for because that is the one that I was the right age for. I was about 10 or 12 when that series came out, and I was buying the toys, and I was excited about new episodes when that show came out. And I didn't watch all of it till the end, but I did watch quite a bit of it, and I have seen that series multiple times. And yeah, I do plan to do some more videos on that series at some point in the future. Like I said, it's what I grew up with, so I love the 2012 series, but I didn't really pay much attention to Rise, which was very unfortunate because even though it did get 2 seasons in a movie, that was still a very short-lived show that was actually pretty good. And I also plan to do videos on that closer to when the Mutant Mayhem sequel comes out. So stay tuned for that. But now we're getting this show, which is canceled and only got 24 episodes. So that makes it the shortest lived Turtle series. I guess if you count like Fast Forward and maybe a couple other ones, maybe not as much. But I'm like, aren't those like just extensions of the 2003 series? So we're not going to mention those. But I mean, to put this into like perspective, like this has less episodes than the Next Mutation, that terrible live action show that Saban did with that crossed over Power Rangers. And if Turtles fans who are watching this video know what that is, you're a real one. But goddamn. Anyways, talking about the show, I liked season 1. I will say that I did like that season. I thought that the second arc of the season was weaker than the first arc. I really enjoyed the stuff with Bishop, and I was really excited to see more of that character. Hopefully, I didn't mind that they did a gender swap thing. I thought it was pretty cool. Um, and yeah, I was excited to see more of that, but the second arc didn't really appeal to me. Also, I will say, like, this season, I definitely like the animation a lot more. But like, really, it's still not my preferred art style, and I don't know why they picked this art style. I just feel like sometimes like it looks really good in action scenes, and then other times it feels kind of stilted and just awkward and not. I don't want to be mean, but it feels like just not right to me. I just don't like it. So, but it's not ugly. It's good. It's good animation. It's just not for me type deal. So, when it came to this season, I had some things I was looking forward to, and I will say, there's nothing that I liked as much as that first arc with Bishop in this season. Because first of all, the last arc with them trying to hunt down like Mikey's buddy that he made in the first season, I just don't like that character's fine. He kind of reminds me of in the 2012 series. There's a guy who gets turned into like a mutant piece of mutagen that they have to keep in like a jar, and like the episodes that he was in, I remember, but they're not really good episodes, and that's basically the way I feel about this character. I'm like, okay, it's fine, but like I'm not interested. I did like that they had more references in one of the first arcs of the season, which was like one of like dealing with some characters named Tokar Razar, which obviously is a reference to the Ninja Turtles 2. The Next Mutation was a pretty cool reference. And I like that a lot of this season was kind of giving each turtle their own character piece. Like The final arc of the season is about Mikey. One's about Leo, and one's about Raphael and Donatello. And I thought that was great because one thing that the Mutant Mayhem movie failed on, and I use that word very lightly because it was still a great movie and I've seen that multiple times. Saw it 3 times in theaters at 3 separate theaters at 3 different early screenings. That's how much I love that movie. And then I saw it 3 times after that. So it's a movie I saw multiple times. Um, it's just, I love that movie, but like the turtles did kind of all feel the same. Like that, yeah. Raph, I guess, was supposedly the more angry one, and you did see that in one of the fight scenes a little bit. But for the most part, you saw Leo trying to lead a little bit, and Leo was really the one that really got the character arc in that movie and stuff, and that's fine. It really is just to do a quick introduction, and it did a good job, and I feel like it got new people into the Turtles. That's all that really mattered with that movie, but it is still like a flaw that I have seen people complain about, and I get it, and so I feel like this show fixed that a little bit, but I don't know. So yeah, honestly, watching these 2 seasons of the show, I understand why it got canceled. It's not an amazing show. I think it's maybe my least favorite of the Turtles animated shows, anyways. If you're not counting Next Mutation, uh, because that's a live action one, right? So it is probably my least favorite out of them because it just not because it's bad, but there's a lot, but it's just not like what I'd want out of a Turtle series. I feel like there's some cool arcs. I am a little bummed out though. There was some loose plot threads. No major cliffhangers. There's still the ongoing comic series that just released issue number 2. I will eventually review that when the trade paperback for that comes out. But for now, we lost another Turtle series, and that's always sad. And I hope that the next series, whatever they make, actually can live longer. My advice to Paramount is like, motherfuckers, if you're not gonna give us a live Last Ronin movie in live action, give us an adult R-rated Paramount Plus Last Ronin show. And I feel like it's smart to do that too, because guess what? The comic series is still ongoing, and you can expand on some of that stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe.